Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is the Extension Program at Tennessee State University, and we're fortunate to have with us the director of the Extension Program at Tennessee State University, the administrator, Dr. ILyles. And Dr. ILyles, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
Thank you for having me here. I appreciate it.
Dr. ILyles, you know, what we'd like to do is to talk about the Extension Program at Tennessee State University and some of the things that are going on now in terms of your programs, grants, and other things that have happened recently. But before we get into that, let's talk about ILyles to give our audience an opportunity to meet the new administrator for the Extension Program at Tennessee State University, to talk about his background, his education, and that kind of information, and then we'll get into the Extension Program.
Well, as we were talking prior to the show, I'm a native of Mississippi. I attended high school at a little small high school of 80-some people in my graduating class. I was SGA president when I was in high school, the first black SGA president they had. From there, I went on to Alcorn State University, majoring in agriculture. And interestingly enough, I did grow up on a farm in Mississippi, a little town called Forest, Mississippi. My father made his living farming. My mother was a full-time homemaker, which was sort of unusual in that she had taught school for several years. As she began to raise her family, she stopped and thought they were more important than her professional career. And then when my baby brother entered the second grade, I think it was, she decided to go back and become recertified again and went back in the classroom and spent another 21 years back in the public school system. So I'm totally engraved in agriculture and farming and all of that background. Out of the 8 of us, I'm the only one that saw fit to continue it as a profession. Most of them decided I've had enough of this, mainly because of the stereotypes and everything associated with it, and they went into other professions. But while at Alcorn State University, like I said, I majored in agriculture. I thoroughly enjoyed agriculture. I thoroughly enjoyed the clientele I was working with. I realized the value of land and what we need to do to preserve it and so forth. So I had a rewarding experience there and truly love my alma mater. I think that when you get that first degree from is where you have the closest kindred. From there, I began to work with the Mississippi Cooperative Extension Program. I spent 9 years in Philadelphia, Mississippi, which is Neshoba County. And the significance of that is, if any of you saw the movie Mississippi Burning, it was based on the whole incident that happened in Philadelphia, Mississippi. And I was fortunate enough that the county commissioners in that county came to me during the 25th anniversary as one that could hopefully bring together the black population there and the white population and the American Choctaw Indian population to bring together a re-healing process for the 25th anniversary. So I chaired that entire committee of bringing together all those groups, and we had a wonderful celebration during my term as a county extension agent, starting off at the very bottom in the extension program in Mississippi. I started off as an assistant county agent, moved from an assistant county agent into an associate county agent. From there, I became the county extension leader in that county. Spent 9 years working in that county, had a wonderful staff in a popular county that was only 7% black population in the county, about 4% American Indian, predominantly white population. Had a wonderful experience in that county. While I was in that county, I decided that I wanted to go back and get my master's degree. At the time, I only had my BS. I had got a new lease on life and enjoyed a little bit more about education. So in 1984, I decided to go back and get my master's, and I'd done this predominantly at night, going part-time because it was something I wanted to do. Well, during that time, my wife and I, we started our family and all of this kind of stuff happened. And she was working on the Choctaw Indian Reservation as a child care provider. She was certified in early childhood development. And they rearranged, reorganized, restructured the program, and she was without employment. So while I was working on my master's, she also decided, well, while I'm unemployed, I'm going to go ahead and get my master's. So if you can imagine a young couple trying to, both of you in school, trying to raise your family and everything else associated with it. It was a difficult time for us, but fortunate with the right family support and everything, we managed to make it through it. I did complete my master's degree, and she got hers, and we continued on. Later on, I decided that once I'd finished my master's at Mississippi State University, one of my professors I had when I was in school at Mississippi State working on my master's called me. You know, one of those things that you're sitting in